I learned from going away from social media for, I don't know, for about 2 months. I think what I mostly learned is the fact that when you're on social media, you're constantly living other people's lives. So you see that they have reached this new goal, and uh, they've acquired this new material item. Then you automatically live in this fight or flight mind, where you're thinking, "Oh, how can I reach that?" And when you're thinking like that, you are not thinking rationally, so you start making impulsive decisions. For mine, it was when uh, I was seeing my friends getting going on holidays, going on all these trips. Then automatically I started thinking like, wait, actually I deserve this type of trips. But at that time I was really not. I'll say like, if I did not see that, I'll be grinding even harder. And also the social media like destroys the meaning of what the grind is. You would think that the grind is a 0 to 100 in 1 month, but actually the grind is 0 to 100, but in an arbitrary number of years, because only after 30 years, 35 years, 45 years, then you will start seeing growth. But if you never like go through that phase of uh, failure, picking yourself back up, failure, picking yourself back up, and you just go through going all the way up, all the way up straight away, then that's where, first of all, growth does happen, but very short-term growth, because though that time of growth, although it's very fast, it also is very fast to go back down. Just like, you can think about it easily like a diet, right? When you're dieting, it's very easy to lose uh 20 kilos, 10 kilos, 5 kilos in, let's say, 3 to 6 months. All you need to do is starve yourself. But after that 3 to 6 months, then you realize, hmm, I'm so deprived of food. And then you start stuffing yourself back. And in 1 month time, you've not just gained 20 more kilos, you've gained an additional 5 kilos on top. Or, I mean, of course, the numbers don't really make sense here, but you get the point. So, what I'm trying to say is that when I was living my life, uh, doom scrolling all day, I could have been using that time doom scrolling to listen to more substantial forms of entertainment, or consuming more uh, deep level of and long form based content. Because when you're listening to short form based, your mind is constantly on overdrive. It's thinking, oh, you go past one video, it says what, 19-year-old has a Bugatti. Then you go to the next video, why you should stop spending this way. Then you go to the next video, the new gym exercise that everyone should be doing. And this puts you in a position which is really conflicting, because you start having these battles in your head like, should I do this, should I do that, should I do this, should I do that? And that always leads to one thing, which is inaction. And now I believe that any action is still action that can either take you forward or teach you a lesson. Because if I realized this from the start, which I I really I'm really thankful that I did realize it now, then I would have, yes, I can say that I would have progressed even more. But oftentimes we forget that this type of things, you only will learn from it and grow even more when you come to the realization. And that realization came to me when I pulled back from social media, not because I wanted to be the alpha, but more of the fact that I wanted to really reflect on my own life and work inwards. Because when you are always using social media to fill that void, that those silences, then automatically you become very dependent on it to make you feel peaceful. So your new baseline level of peace is having a bunch of noise. Whereas if you cut down and retract back to a baseline level of no noise, then everything that comes, you're sensitive to it. Basically, what I wanted to do throughout this experiment is not to say that I hate my friends, I don't want to see what they're doing, but I just wanted to really show, to really examine myself, because I really believe that if you don't spend time examining yourself, doing things with yourself, then nothing will fulfill you, because at the end of the day, who is the one that you spend the most time with? Is yourself, right? So when you are trying to depend on others, that you want to, you're depending on this next meetup to fulfill your gratification, you're depending on this uh, next time you're gonna have a holiday with a friend to fulfill gratification, then that gratification never comes, because after that, vacation, after that meetup, then you're looking for the next new thing. And that's what I found like really interesting, is the fact that it teaches this in the Bible, where Jesus came to, Jesus came to earth as the child of God, right? And when he was born, he lived a very, 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 very sinless life. And through that sinless life, there were Pharisees, there were all these opposers against him. And even then, he did not retract and his his stance. He went through all those suffering till the day that he died. And the day that he died was when he was the most lonely. That was It was the most lonely, the most helpless, and that was the most humiliating. And that really brought out the fact that in order to be the king, in order to be the best king, you need to do what other kings don't do, which is to be humble, to step down as a servant. He even washed his disciples' feet. Washing people's feet is one of the biggest forms of humility, because you put yourself in a position where you need to bow down to the other person and really serve him, because he came to this, he called us to serve. He came to this earth to serve and not to be served, right? Same thing here. So what I want to leave as a point, if there's a to summarize what I left social media for, is to start living my life and what God tells me that my life needs to be. Because if I'm drowning the noise, like drowning my all the quiet time in my life with noise, then I'll never be able to hear God's voice. I'll never be able to hear uh, what what my desires are, and I'll never be able to be satisfied with myself. So being able to really pull back, I would say, is the next step to propelling yourself forward. Although it may seem counterintuitive, because think about us as all of our baselines as here. And if we always keep on setting the next baseline, and this one is already not satisfying, then we go up here. Then we set a new baseline. Oh, I want this. It keeps on going up. It always catches up. But if we just maintain our baseline here, and then, oh, okay, this thing, yeah, I, I find it gratifying, but I want to retract back. Oh, I'm here. I find the next new thing, but oh no, I can go back here. So that's where you really find true peace and true serenity, because true peace and serenity does not just mean quiet, it means accepting the noise and being able to be content with the quiet. So if I want to leave with one message today, is that don't be afraid of the silence, and listen to his voice when you're feeling uncertain, because those times of uncertainty may be calling from, or maybe signs from God that you are drowning yourself too much with some external voice rather than His voice.